don't see it.
Okay.
I'm on page.
Is it gonna stay on one file? Do
We're-
we need to do the intro
Oh.
over again?
No, it's fine. We'll stitch it together. We'll do it in post.
Yeah, we're gonna edit that. We're gonna edit that.
Okay,
Don't worry
so we're
about
back.
it.
We're back live now. We're good.
We're back live.
Welcome.
Video? I don't think so.
All right, everybody.
You can
we're
blame
back in
Sam for that
Darkon.
little.
Last time we left our heroes, it had been post
War crimes.
heist of fuck, I can't remember any of the names. We've played games since then, people. We've tried not to move the path too forward, but some things have happened since last our audience have seen us. There's been a little bit of a time jump. Our party, after robbing Madame Eris in Ilaluk, kind of had some downtime to get settled as the Shroud moved in, befriended or continued to befriend Maxi Laval, who is now traveling with the group, and Sully deciding to feed her parasite Hollow by killing and going after serial killers in the city, decided to stay behind in Ilaluk while the party continues their quest in Darkon, which has led them to a tower, looking for a way to get a good view of the area in order to locate the Nightworm's lair. They've been led here. Is there stuff from our kind of secret episode in our hiatus of time that we think the audience needs to know?
I think we had a totally normal time. Some wholesome moments happened.
Oh yeah, we all had a really good time, and nothing weird or strange happened the whole time.
Nothing ever weird or strange ever happens.
It was a
Right?
it was a real normal.
Yeah, just normal walking through a swamp, which has led them here. You guys didn't miss much.
Yeah.
Downtime walking.
We did save
Really,
some
though,
people.
I
That
really
was good.
didn't miss
We
that
did.
much, really.
Yeah, see, we saved people, and that is what we should focus on. We saved.
The
I
party
can't
did-
tell if we're gaslighting ourselves or the audience, but I'm starting to get a little. I'm starting to get a little worried.
Yeah, you keep saying that stuff. I'm like, did we do something bad?
Yeah, I guess nothing bad did happen, huh?
We had a normal, wholesome time.
Rosemary and Tobias got a little aggressive.
I think it's progressive.
You think it's progress?
I think we handled it perfectly fine, and everyone else took it out of proportion.
Dude, liberalism's gone
Perfectly out
crazy.
of the game.
Hey.
Yeah. Which brings our party to the tower. Known as the Tower of Eyes, but revealed to the party to also occasionally be known as the Tower of Gob. They've come
Gob.
they've come a-questing. You had also heard tale of a pale angelic figure seen at the top of the tower some nights lately. So, that being said, we see sun low in the sky, because the party kept marching through the night. So we see the sun beginning to set. The mists already kind of thick around the, not the shroud, but the normal kind of heavy mists of night settling in. And yeah, as you guys are... Wait, how did we end last session?
We were going
A
right.
hag walked up, and we were like,
No.
no.
I don't
No.
remember a hag at all.
Let's be clear.
I
Buster was like,
remember-
no.
Grandma
Tobias
showed
was
up.
in the chat.
Yeah, I remember a woman in white then looked like a different woman and introduced herself as Granny and said call her if we or when we needed her help.
That's
Not
true.
if, when.
There was a woman, an elderly woman named Granny, who did say if you when you needed help in the tower to call her.
Named Granny. That's her government name.
That's her government name. That's what it says on her Darkon driver's license.
Driver's license.
Mhm.
They let her drive? She's so old.
You don't have to retest.
Oh.
Once you get your license, you're good.
Oh, okay.
It's way too lax.
That's one of the many things we change here.
But when you get your driver's license, you do get dental, so it's a pretty big deal.
Oh, that maybe we don't need to change it.
Here.
Everything comes with dental in our D&D universe. Okay, so
And moving on.
Death, taxes, and dental.
sun setting.
Oh.
The party walking up, the four of you, along with Buster, sorry, not Buster, Armand, Lucky Trail, and Maxie, following in your wake. And as you approach the tower, you hear music. I don't have any to play for you, but you hear a sound of a single violin playing coming from what looks like the front of the tower. Like the space leading up to it's pretty swampy and sunken. There's like small patches of dry grass, but most most of the ground here is kind of covered in at least like a low level amount of water as you squish your way to the tower. The swamp is also eerily quiet for a swamp. So this like music kind of cuts because usually swamps you associate insects, bugs, life, birds. None of that is.
The only thing in this swamp is salt.
Yeah, there's no frogs or.
No, the salt. All this water is so brackish and salty.
Yeah.
From whatever underground salt canal salted up this place.
That's right. They are aptly named the salt swamps, and the salt prevents pretty much any life from being able to.
All the League of Legends players live.
Oh no. They live underground underneath the swamp.
That's why it's so salty.
Oh no.
Oh no.
But actually, as we see our characters walk up, because I forgot what I wanted to do, how I wanted to start today for a moment. As our characters walk up, and we see the camera kind of pan down on each of your faces, as we hear this like line of violin, this music, kind of rides a memory. So we see the camera kind of pan down on Buster's face.
Oh no.
And we fade to black. And I'm actually gonna play this. We are in a immaculately decorated parlor of sorts. There are like cushions around, like these huge like lounge chases, like stacks of food like piled on tables between all of these like lush carpets and pillows and couches, and there's a fireplace like crackling. It feels very cozy, very warm, and there is one chair that's kind of set up almost it looks almost like a stage or a throne. It's a big like lounge chair, like a recliner almost, but it's set up a couple of steps higher than the rest of the room, and there are several beings, fey creatures of various types, laying along the couches here, and there is a what looks like almost like uh, almost like a fancy morgue table. Like, this is the best way I could say it. Like, it's a table laid out that has a sheet over it that looks like a body is under the sheet. That is kind of like sitting off center in this room. Everybody seems to just be kind of ignoring it right now. And we see a bunny, red furred, very obviously not Buster, but kind of like wearing similar accoutrement, not quite as fancy, has a bit of like a glazed look and just kind of like a grin on his face as he walks in, wielding a similar, whereas Buster has a spoon, this one has like a giant fork, that it's using to kind of like poke a figure forward, a figure that looks like a hobgoblin. Steven, would you care to describe this character?
At this point, I think he's older in the years, a bit long in the tooth. But you see a taller, kind of like burnt sienna skinned hobgoblin, slight hunch to his back from many years of working, which overlays the very noble look to his hobgoblin face that normal people are just like, that's just another hobgoblin, but there is royalty there. He's maybe 6'6" or so if he stands up straight, but he hasn't stood up straight in he doesn't even remember how long. Yeah, he's worn the years very well, despite everything that has happened.
Yeah. Did you describe what he's like dressed in?
He's probably wearing like a nice like brown green vest. Maybe it's got like multiple patches and stuff in it. Some trousers that have more than likely been ripped off at the leg that have had to been like patched because clothing here is more utilitarian, and like his nice clothes that he had previously have just been taken care of to like keep going, as opposed to like he doesn't really care about the finements really. So it's just utilitarian, something comfortable, something you can move around in.
Yeah. And as we see this hobgoblin being kind of like led in with this bunny, they are brought towards the center of this room, where we see this chair that looks like a throne. It currently sits empty. But as you're brought in, this red-haired bunny turns to you and says, do you remember what we talked about?
Yeah, I remember the long and short of it, but so like I'm not gonna be like me anymore, but I'm gonna be me.
Oh, you're not. You're gonna be better.
Oh, well, all right. It's just I've never thought about being anyone other than me, but it's a great gift. And
really, you've never looked in the mirror and thought, man, that would be great to look different than what I look like?
No, never. I really just like myself. He's lying. Poorly, I might add. It's just, I don't know if I'm worth it. Like, it feels like a big thing. Like, I'm just one of the guys. I just help out. This feels big. I don't know.
It's huge, yeah. No, I mean, you deserve this, man. You've been doing good work, and the queen notices that. You know, there's been a lot of people smiling around you. Not a lot, but a few.
Well, that is a lot more than usual. Yeah, all right. I'll say I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm as excited as I can be for this completely wild venture that I think I just don't understand it, really.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I probably felt just like you when I was in your shoes. But it's really great.
Wow. Okay, so you went through this too. I
Oh,
didn't know that.
yeah. All the bunny leggeds go through the soul stitching. It's just part of it.
All right. Well, is there anything I need to do? Do I need to disrobe? Do I need to drink something, chant something? Like, what's the actual
Oh, well,
effort
the
here?
queen is going to come out and just ask you a couple of questions, and then she's, just going to do it. You're going to have your soul ripped pretty forcibly from your body. That part's going to hurt a lot. I don't
was gonna
remember
ask.
much, but I remember that part.
I was gonna ask if that hurt. That's just the word "ripped" is a little pretty evocative.
Yep. When you feel it, you're gonna be like, "Yep, ripped." He really described it pretty well there.
Well, I'll do it. All right. Well,
Also, you got to think of a new name. It's the queen said she doesn't like yours.
Old Goblin really does kind of not roll off the tongue easy. Yeah,
This guy's just
Well-
an old goblin.
What's No, he isn't named Old Goblin. It's the
Jay
old
in the
goblin.
background. Can you believe it? He's old goblin. Oh.
It's the
Sorry.
He does get like a couple of looks from like the background fae as he's like brought into this room. Some curious, but others that are some like kind of like mocking, and others that do like perhaps look a bit like put off by his goblinoid appearance.
I mean, most people call me R dog because it's hard for them to get the whole thing in their mouth, but it's the old goblin dialect isn't really that easy to something new. I mean, what was this spirit's name previously? Does he have a
Traditionally, the spirit is a Slyfoot. So that's the last one was a Slyfoot. You can kind of take any name you want, but traditionally, you keep the Slyfoot in there in some way.
right? Well, do I need to know now? Can I think about it?
Oh well, no, you'll just need to know when you wake up in your new body.
Yeah, I'll give it a thinks over. Maybe I'll figure it out. I'm just still aback about the whole waking up in a different body kind of thing. That's lost on me. I guess I got to do it to really.
As you're talking, suddenly cheers drown out your words.
Yeah.
As the queen arrives, she's like 8 feet tall. She has tonight. I think she's just got like these massive like green space bunny things that are kind of like everywhere. Flowers are kind of just like falling off of her dress where she walks. And there is like 3 unseen servants carrying like trays of like wine and goods that just kind of follow her around as she enters. And as everybody cheers, she kind of like is like basking it in, and she is this beautiful fae. Her nails are kind of like long and painted. She like smiles and is like, "Oh, everybody, thank you," as she like comes in and sits on her throne, and she says, "Please let the sacrifice arrive. Come forward."
Ardarog looks down at his feet and he's like, so the soul rip sacrifice. He's making his way over to the queen and immediately like hits a knee, but going through his mind is just like, the fuck did I sign up for? Wait a minute.
This internship is nothing like I expected.
Yeah.
You mortal have served in my court for many moons now, um, and despite your displeasurable appearance compared to the rest of our court, we've still welcomed you with open arms. Today, however, you've become truly an immortal, a fae like one of us. Well, not really immortal, but you know, immortal in beauty.
Yeah, I've tried my best to study the goings on about the Fae, and it's an honor. It's a gift. I'm just touched that you think I'm worthy of it.
Of course, dear. Of course. Certainly, everybody deserves beauty. And she kind of like goes down and she actually like reaches out and like puts a hand on like your like the side of your face, like your cheek. And she says, I think you'll be perfect for this form. The last spirit served me so well, and I'm ready to see that lovely face in my court again. Tell me, why have you stayed in the court of mirth?
Well, as you know, I didn't have much prospects left for me on the other side of the gate. More than likely, depending on how much time has passed, I still would be hunted like a dog and killed for my blood. But also, it's just nice to be here in a place so full of life and vibrance and warmth and even though there are lots of things to do and lots of things that don't get done because sometimes the flowers just decide to start singing or people start trading years of their lives over dice games or some other ruckus stuff starts happening. It's a place that I truly enjoyed my time in, and anything I can do to help out for the gift that you've shown me of letting me kind of hunker out and hang has been, I'd do anything to repay it.
You see her eating that up. Like she is like doting on every word. She like her cheeks like turn this like flushed red, and she's like, "Oh, you're so sweet. I cannot wait for you to join the Bunny Legates. Tell me, have you thought of a name yet?"
Well, first I was thinking of naming myself after my dad. Cordric is kind of also still old goblin, so maybe not something like that. Maybe something more whimsical, like Feller or like Pal or Buster or something like that. I'm kind of just going to let the inspiration hit me once I wake up, I think.
I love all of those. Are you ready to see it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And she moves over to where this body is being sat with the sheet over it. And she pulls the sheet aside to reveal the form of a familiar rabbit. Though unarmored, this one kind of just like wearing like very little other than like simple clothes. Yeah, and I think before she like turns and we see her hand like touch your chest and like her fingers begin sliding through a little bit. And you feel like the air, your chest becomes tight, becomes a little hard to breathe. As you feel like a pressure. And she says, "Any last words?"
He's a good looking fella. Oh no. As he's like guarding himself.
She laughs as she rips. We see just like a tear and just like this blue image begin coming out, ripping from this goblinoid form. And I think was it Aerodog? Is that what you said?
Aerodog, yeah.
Aerodog. Aerodog, you begin like you have no choice really. You begin screaming in pain. You've never been in this much pain in your life. And as this like scream happens, and the camera pans in on this face, and then we cut to back to Buster's face in the swamp in Darkon.
He like has that thing that like rabbits do when it's cold, or like animals do, where like their like fur kind of like stands up as if they get like a cold chill.
Can't believe we almost got to travel with a guy named Feller.
something
pal.
like that, or pal, or just like
Pal case life. That'd be good.
That's brutal.
pal case Livefoot. That's pretty good.
Sorry about
anyway.
your soul.
Hey, it only hurt for a little while.
I'm noticing a similarity between Olin and Buster. Souls put into different bodies and all.
Yeah.
I think one of us had a choice though.
Yeah.
You?
Yeah, it was a gift.
Yeah.
I got to live for thousands more years just fucking off in the Feywild until I was kidnapped by a train, and now I'm here.
Kidnapped by a train. When you put it that way.
It's a little different, yeah.
Yeah. So, do y'all continue to approach the tower?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
The hag still gone?
She's a nice woman.
Yeah, she's a
There's-
nice old lady.
There's no old ladies or any figures behind you.
Actually, I
glance
thought
back.
she did drop the disguise.
Yeah, she did at the end, right?
She did.
she dropped the disguise at the end when we
Hadn't
said
mentioned that.
bye.
You drop the token and everything. You're like, she
Yeah.
drops it, and she looks like this, and then she disappears.
I don't know that everybody saw it though.
Yeah,
I-
Rosemary turned around.
I
Yeah, I
turned
think
around
Buster
for sure.
also.
I said I stare her down at the end.
Owen's walking.
Yeah, Buster did not see it.
Owen's got a
But he
shot to
knew.
get to.
Buster knew.
Yeah. So you approach the tower. And the closer you get, you can hear this violin. And as you approach, you can see that there is a set of stairs that leads up to like the front door of this tower. The tower itself looks to be in kind of mixed condition. There's like parts of it that seem to be like falling, dilapidating. There are parts of it that have like trees kind of like growing through chunks of it. And there are other parts that look like they are almost like gleaming, like freshly cleaned, like parts of the tower as well. So it's the tower's a bit of a mishmash, but you do see where it looks like there are several like small windows, and it almost looks like there are like blinking lights in them that almost look like eyes watching you as you shift and move, approaching the tower.
Oh, so that's why they call it the Tower of Ice. I get it.
Like we see the eyes, or we just feel it.
I would say they look like eyes, and you feel like you're being watched as you approach. How about that?
Well, that's not ominous at all.
But you don't see like actual physical eyeballs like poking out of the holes or anything. But yeah, you approach. Figure on the steps stops playing the violin and stands. Oh, I forgot to make a token for this gentleman. But that's okay.
There's a different violin playing gentleman.
Wait, it's not the one with the bad bleach job?
Wow.
This one does have a strange nose. As the figure stands, they're kind of short and hunched, maybe standing about 4 feet tall. In robes. I'm gonna go ahead and post this here, actually.
Oh,
Fun.
baby.
Aw. He's got a friend.
You see what looks like a two-headed figure kind of sit and look at you with more confusion, I think, than any other emotion. As you approach the tower, cuts off playing, and you see, um, he has or they have the violin in one hand, and their other hand is like looks like almost like a crab claw of some sort that's holding the bow.
Crab claw. Oh
Pretty
my
cool.
goodness, that is cool.
And he says, who, what, who, what, who are you?
Hi, I'm Rosemary. Nice to meet ya.
Nice to meet you, Rosemary. Why are you here? Wait,
I mean,
I know you.
Oh,
Rosemary?
you know me?
Yeah, I thought you said you weren't coming back here. But I see you change outfit and try to sneak in.
Oh, no, I have a sister, Basil. She left? I was supposed to meet her here.
Yeah, likely story, likely story.
Where did I say I was going, huh?
Back to where you came from, I guess.
Oh, if you don't even know where I supposedly said I was going to, how do you know I'm the same person?
Make me a persuasion check.
Can I have advantage? Because that was confusing even for me.
Yes, you can have advantage.
Just talking in circles. Holy shit.
She did it. She caught up.
Oh my god, dude.
Double nat.
I think so.
Yeah,
You
I think
had
so.
advantage.
I think
You had
so.
advantage.
Did you have advantage?
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Then
I'm gonna cry.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I guess-
Wow.
you can,
He-
put an asterisk by 2. You can put an asterisk by it.
With +1, that's huge.
Wow.
Yeah. There's this moment where he's like sitting there thinking like blank face, like, well, I say blank face, but he's thinking like really hard. Like you can tell he's like concentrating, glassy eyed, like.
Can we smell burning toast?
No.
He can, but you can't. As um, he says, he nods a little bit. He says, "I think you're right." All right. Well, why are you here?
Oh, so I was supposed to meet my sister Basil because I thought this is where she would be because she said something about a nightworm or something, and I figured, oh, she's probably at this tower. So as we're gonna look in the tower to try and find her, and then we're gonna look up at the top of the tower and look out over the whole swamp so as that maybe we can see where she went.
Owen's walking up the stairs as Rosemary's talking.
He kind of shifts to stand in front of Olin, but doesn't like look at him. He just kind of like tries to stand in your path. He
The
like
other
look.
head looks at you.
The other head is sleeping right now. It's actually just like snoring soundly against him as he
Aw.
talks.
That's nice.
He looks over towards you, Rosemary, and then he looks at like the rest of the party, like glancing, but his eyes lock and stick on Buster. He looks at you a moment and says, "Oh, what? Did Theron send you?"
Yes. No, he didn't. I don't think he did. There is big check that like not cash.
So he didn't send you.
No,
we
he
know who
mentioned
Theron-
he mentioned the tower though. I don't think we do.
Yeah, have we made that connection?
I mean,
like
you
the
guys.
man in our dream.
We met him, right? Yeah, we Yeah.
He meant
Yeah,
meant
you
Dev.
guys know
I meant
you guys know
Dev,
who Theron
yeah.
is because
Okay, yeah.
he's tied to like the origin of the Mist Wardens and stuff like that. So you guys know generally
Well, and
who
he
this
was in that
figure is.
shared dream we had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So technically, I mean, yeah, he kind of sent us to Darkon. A very general
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. If we want to stretch,
Yeah.
sent you.
Aaron sent us indirectly to this tower.
He mentioned the tower.
Oh.
My friend has
Okay.
an affinity for truth.
It is weakness, but I like to look at it as if it is strength.
I mean, that's good. I like truth. I guess you seem like fine people. Um, I will say the boss is packing up right now, so I'm not sure how much you're gonna get out of him.
Who's the boss?
Oh,
Sad.
Porcelain.
I thought-
We're friends
Oh.
with Porcelain. We helped Porcelain out of jam.
Porcelain is
Oh yeah.
a close friend of mine.
Oh, all right. I kind of want another. I feel like I need another check here. But actually, I'm rolling off these crits, this crit here, and you guys are kind of like feeding into this guy's thought process a little bit. So I think you like, oh, he's like, oh, okay, yeah. Well, if they told you about the tower and you're friends with Porcelain, head on in. And he steps out of the way.
Oh, thank you so much. And so you said Basil. I'll ask Porcelain. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. I'm Cloven, by the way.
Cloven, nice to
Cloven?
meet you. I'm
Who-
Rosemary.
Who's your friend's? What's your friend's name?
What? Oh, that's me too. And he kind of like reaches up, and you see this second head, the smaller one, has like rock, almost like rock growth on the top of it, and it like scratches his claw against like the rock growth, and the second head like kind of groggily wakes up and opens its eyes and looks at you. And you see Cloven, his other
Sounds
head, the larger head that has been talking to you, kind of like blinks a little bit and says, "Anyway, watch your step in there, fair travelers."
Thank you. Thank you for being such a gracious host.
Watch our step for what? What is for watching?
Oh, well, I mean, it is a dangerous magic tower filled with all kinds of strange things, and you're going to go meet a being who has a temper that, well, not a temper, but a mindset that's known to be quite dangerous.
Hmm.
That's
Many would avoid
Okay.
Porcelain, but you seem to be friends, which is strange because I've never seen anyone or heard of anyone relate to Porcelain as a friend, but
perhaps we have mutual interests, which isn't having mutual interests kind of the same as being friends with someone.
in a sense, I suppose.
Well, thank you, Cloven. I really enjoyed your violin playing. Maybe after we leave tower, we could jam together. And I pull out my flugelhorn. Mm.
That would be most welcome.
Wait, did he just get smarter?
Yeah, because he's got two brains. Is the strongest.
Oh, two brains going right
Yeah.
now. Yep.
I also don't think he was really all that dumb.
No.
Maybe. I think he's playing us.
Yeah, he motions towards the door of the tower, and it opens up as you approach. Just kind of like these dark wood double doors that lead deeper into this tower. You enter into a room. You see a set of stairs, kind of like going spiral stairs around the edges of this room, going down and up. This room itself, it looks almost like a mishmash storage room. What a different music. Hmm, maybe I want this. You see a storage room. You see, for a moment, it almost looks like there are um, bodies like lined up against the wall. Before you realize that you are looking at a room, like there are crates and tables and stuff in the middle of this room. Around the edges of the room, you realize that you are looking at a room filled with various constructs. Most of them unmoving. You see like large stone golems or clay golems. Whether these things can be activated or have been active in some time is hard to tell. Most of them are kind of covered in these layers of dust. You also notice like several. I think you guys. Oh, you've seen Warforged. You see a couple of like Warforged individuals in this room. One of them missing an arm, but is like one of the two figures moving and shifting around in this room. And they both of these figures are Warforged, and they both are kind of like looking through a barrel of like what looks like parts, kind of talking quietly to each other when you enter. Each of them kind of like poking their heads up. One of them has like kind of like this flat metal face and like a little spark of electricity sparks between these two like antenna looking things that it has like poking out of the top of its head. Small, thin, warforged, missing chunks of its armor, tilts its head a little bit and says, oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
The two figures like begin whispering frantically to each other, and then the one with like the sparking stuff like looks at you again and says, are you here for experiments?
No.
Not that I know of.
I've been through enough experiments in my time.
We are here to meet your boss, Porcelain. Are they upstairs?
You see them like kind of like head whispering to each other again. The other one is kind of like a shorter Warforged, standing about 5 feet tall. Like walks out from over. You realize it was like standing on a crate. So it, like short walks out. The small, kind of like broad Warforged as he like comes over. And you notice like its hands, instead of being like, you know, like 5-fingered hands, it has like these hands that look like they're just made to like grip. It has like these almost like vice-like hands that kind of approach and says, you look dangerous.
So do you.
No.
What do you need the boss for?
You see how cute and cuddly this guy is? You can't be
Turning
dangerous.
it, I show him my little rabbit butt with the little rabbit tail going. We are just here to talk to Porcelain. We helped them out of a bind. Maybe they mentioned adventurers that helped them out of magic binding circle. Eh?
That was pretty cute. That was pretty cute.
I'm just a little guy.
You see, he kind of like walks over to the sparking one again, and they begin like before the little one walks back over and says, "All right, but I'm going with you."
Okay.
I come over to Rosemary and I whisper into her ear and I say, was your sister here? Is that what she said the last time you talked to her?
Give me a moment. Insult.
Okay.
That was Sam talking, not Rosemary. Rosemary does not talk
Oh.
like this.
Hmm.
Oh gosh, you know I'm not biased. Let me look at my notes from our chat log. Hold on. Let me just pull up the text thread.
I mean, you do journal a lot, so
Just
I mean,
totally.
it makes sense that you have it in there. Do you like write write your notes like while you knit? You know, so it's like on all the
So
scarves that you
first
have.
of all, I don't knit, I crochet. Okay,
Ah,
there's
I'm
a difference.
sorry. I don't know the difference.
Well, you see, when you knit, you use 2 needles, but when you crochet, you only use 1. And it has a hook on the end.
Olin, you're just the sharpest tool in the shed, aren't you?
Many people have told me this.
Okay, I know she told me to come to the swamp. I didn't write it down if she had said go to the tower.
I don't think she ever said anything about the tower.
Oh, you know what? I had assumed because when I asked her if I was supposed to meet her at the tower, she was like, Mother might be listening. I cannot tell you. And so I assumed.
That's fair.
Yeah, you know, I'm pretty sure she said to meet her here.
Okay. Hey, excuse me. Have you seen somebody that looks like her?
Hold on. I'm sorry. Humans all look the same to me. Maybe.
Human.
I guess. Sure.
Our totally normal human friend, Rosemary.
I mean,
The
this one has,
validation is nice.
yeah, this one has red hair. I feel like you don't see that very often, but you know, it's fine.
Mm.
Yeah. We're gonna go talk to Porcelain now. You're more than welcome to come.
Yeah, I already said I'm coming with you.
All right,
I'm
you're
Rosemary.
invited.
Yeah, I'm gonna step in. I'm Rosemary. What's your name?
I'm Griphook. Nice to meet you.
Real nice to meet ya. Can I shake your hand?
You don't want to do that.
Oh gosh, why?
Because of the grip hooks.
I actually don't have much control over how intensely I grab,
Oh gosh, that's rough.
and I would hate to give you a limp handshake.
Yeah, you know, there's nothing. I understand that.
Well, Grip Hook, if you could lead the way. We've heard from Cloven that there were magical things in this tower to look out for.
Yeah, if you don't know what you're doing.
Does anything look interesting in this room, by the way? Like, I know you said there's some Warforged and stuff, like, but with missing arms, but
Are you looking for anything in particular?
yeah, just like any items that just seem like they're
You can say the word
insufficient value.
valuable.
Yeah. Valuable's good.
Any
Value
items that look, I don't know, magical.
Yeah, valuable.
Magical,
anything-
Give me a little
valuable,
perception.
You know,
easy to
anything that's
steal.
not nailed down.
19.
Okay. I think you kind of look around the room at the various parts, components, and stuff that seem to be gathered here. I would say that there's definitely you could probably scrape together some like materials to craft magic items, at least like low level ones from here. So there's
Okay.
probably several like low level materials being stored in this location.
I'm gonna mentally note where they are before I just start taking from our host.
Right on. Yeah, you guys head up the tower. Boop, boop, boop. Grip Hook. as you're like walking up these stairs, the stairs are kind of strange. Like the first couple of levels seem fine, like just normal sets of stairs, but as you go up to like the next level, suddenly like every other step is missing, and so you have to like walk a little further for each step, and it's like you kind of have to watch your step and like actively pay attention to where you're walking. Uh, and you guys get up about two more floors before like then instead of steps, there's just like jagged chunks of like wood and metal that have kind of like coming out like makeshift steps. Like the steps here have like crumbled away and somebody has built like something else. And those are spaced out like a little further than every other step was. So now you're like
This is an ocean nightmare.
you're basically like you get to a point where you're having to like jump from step to step.
I like to imagine Olin is still just stepping normally across all of these because they're almost 7 feet tall, just really long legs.
That's fair.
Buster had to start jumping like a couple of floors ago.
And every now and then, Griphook stops for a moment and messes with like a pressure plate or something that like in a wall before you guys move forward. And you go up several levels in this tower, going up these like makeshift stairways, and you pass. Every floor is kind of like some floors are blocked off where there's almost like curtains pulled, but you just hear like strange animal noises. There's like another floor that is filled like open where you can see everything, and instead of like crates and stuff like the first floor, this one's filled with cages, but they're all empty. But there's just like hundreds of these cages like filling this space. And you finally reach a floor where Griphook like pulls up short. There is like a door leading into like the main floor of the one you've reached. There's like a little landing. He says, "This is the boss's workshop. So mind your P's and Q's in there, and every other letter."
Well, thank you
Okay.
for leading us up here. Seems like you know the
Okay.
way of the land pretty well.
I do. And just know if you try anything to hurt the boss, we'll grip you with the strength that I used to bend pipes back when I was in the war. It's pretty intense, all right? Pipe bending.
What
Are
war?
we sure his name isn't Bender?
What war were you in?
Oh my god.
Oh, the war. Well, it's not really a war here. It was in another place. You wouldn't know it.
Are we dealing with
Well, you
PTSD
know-
Warforged?
we're
Huh.
we're all from a bunch of different places.
You ever heard of this place called Eberron?
Have we heard of Eberron?
I'll
don't
let you
think
tell
I
me
have.
if you.
I feel like
Well,
we
Buster
bothered
has
to
for
ask
sure.
about the train, but yeah,
That's where
Buster.
you guys have been. Actually, we established that you guys have been to Eberron because that's where one of your sisters was there, and that's where
Yeah.
you met Sully.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Uh,
had a sister that was hanging out there.
I'm from Ebron, technically.
Mhm.
You are
that
way
knowledge?
advanced.
Oh. Well,
Oh. Are you from before then?
The before times?
Me?
when's
know
the,
when
when's the
he's
last
from.
time?
Yeah.
When's the last time you were in Eberron? Huh?
Like
I-
five? Technically, looking at the calendars, it was like 6,000 years ago.
Okay, yeah. Well, Warforged weren't a thing 6,000 years ago. Okay,
Ancient
But
Akani
I was-
Empire was very, ancient.
I'm 100 years old.
I
Wow.
think I
You're-
was there
you're
a little
old
more
for
recently. I was
Big boy.
picking up. Gosh, which sister was that?
Yeah,
It's
that was one of the
garlic.
first.
Was it Oleander
I think it,
or was it
It was
Paprika?
I don't remember which one. I love
Sap.
how, like, for the sake of the lore for all of us, meeting a Warforged from the same place that champ or requisitioner is from is very cool. But for us idiots, it's just like neat, cool.
Cool.
Yeah, it's like another weird thing.
Wow.
That's pretty weird.
But for me, Steven, playing this game, like, the threads. They
Man,
connect.
Selene would be right now.
Oh, she'd be geeking.
Yeah.
She might even know him.
She might have made him.
It's true.
No, Riffney might have made him. Selene doesn't. The
rank
she
and
makes
file.
weapons.
Fucking
Yeah.
Tiffany, dude.
So yeah. Griphook then like goes, you guys have this conversation. He opens the door, pokes his head in, and says, "Hey, boss, some adventurers here to see you. They said they rescued you from some magic circle." And he kind of like pushes. You hear like a murmur from inside. He pushes the door open, and waves you in, and you see what can only really be described as like an arcane workshop of sorts. I feel like Olin, this probably looks somewhat similar to what some of Haslin, the wizard that kind of created you and forged you, like his area that he kind of kept you in when you were first created. There's like several tables that have figures, some of them with sheets over them. Some of them having like blood stains, but none of them like moving or anything like that. There's several like countertops with arcane implements. There's like a large arcane circle in like one corner of this room. There are like arcane sigils on every space of the wall. Not all in the same handwriting. And I think kind of like standing off to this one side of this room, over one of the tables, you see the familiar face of Porcelain. I can... Down there.
First try.
Porcelain is an elfin figure. They are like very pale, long, like big blonde hair, and these like blue eyes that almost like sparkle when they turn them towards you. And Porcelain does like almost have like a glow to them. They don't like quite shine, but I feel like I would not be remiss to compare them to like Twilight vampires in a way.
Very good.
Sparkly.
Mhm.
I was about to say good skincare routine, but I like Twilight
Just
Vampire better.
radiant.
Yeah, and they kind of like put down, look like they have like a dagger in one hand and a wand in the other. And they set them on top of the figure that they are working on, and walk towards you. A small smile playing across their face, and says, "Welcome. What brings you to my tower?"
Oh, we were looking for my sister Basil. I guess she already left. Do you know where she went to?
Yeah, we have a variety of reasons, but that's the top one. It's good to see you again, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's nice to see you. You done good for yourself. You got your own space.
Well, this has been my space for some time, off and on. A shared space at times, but
Shared with who?
for many years I shared it with one of Azaelin's clones.
Oh,
So
was
y'all
that death?
close.
No, Theron Nilo.
Aren't they the same? Same? No? That makes sense, but it doesn't make sense, if you know what I mean.
No, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I have never.
Resident clone expert.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have met Death before, though none of Azaelin's other clones. But Death and Theron are very different beings.
Sort of like brothers. you know, they're similar, but they're different.
You
I
know,
wouldn't know.
it was right after we released you from the circle you were in that we actually met Death. I don't remember if they were actually there. I think they might have left, and then we were
Yeah.
resting,
They
and then
left.
we met Death.
Yeah.
It was right after we released you, a couple hours, and then there was Death. We met him as well.
It
It
is
was
good that
very
I
recent.
left then.
I
Well, not on
suppose
good
so.
terms.
A complicated relationship with death.
Yes, the last time I met Death. Well, let's just say I have no interest in meeting Death anytime soon.
You know, he's a little rude.
I also have a complicated relationship with death.
I
Yeah.
think Porcelain
Don't we
turns
all?
to you, Olin, eyeing like you see they they look like they're looking past you in some way or like through you, like trying to
Mhm.
like find something. And you see they Porcelain kind of frowns a moment, blinks, looks at the rest of you, and says, "I'm now realizing. Perhaps I should have earlier. You are the dominoes that Theron has put into place. I'm not sure how I feel about that."
Are you talking about that prophecy that we got a long time ago?
Oh,
Yeah.
that wasn't a prophecy. That was Garlic being dramatic.
Wait, I don't like the idea of us being dominoes because this assumes we are going to fall.
And besides, I'm not here because of some person named Theron. I'm here because Mother sent me for my sister.
And we are here because our benefactor Percy sent us here. That's your fucking
Percy?
name.
Percy.
Harry.
Perry.
Perry. Fuck. Damn, I did forget his name.
Percy.
I was thinking Percival because
Yeah.
of the fucking Critical Role. God damn it. Old Percival.
If we're dominoes, then what are we here to knock over?
An excellent question. I wonder if Theron truly accounted for you and his equations. I only know loosely of his plan.
Well,
Well.
maybe we can help. What do you know of it? We don't know of any plan that we are a part of because this was very simple. Hey, Darkon is in trouble. Please go help them type mission.
And who are you on this mission from?
Paranoid, leader of the Mistwardens.
Arnold, that's right. I remember that name. Vague.
Barry, old man in tree.
I've never met him.
That's not
Yeah,
true.
technically.
You're lying.
No,
That is
the-
not
per-
true.
But Porcelain is
guess-
the spirit in
Oh,
the body, so Porcelain has
Caramel.
never.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Carinel
He's a
has. Yeah,
Carrie.
he's
Yeah.
he's right.
Cannell's on the train right now. And
Yeah.
You know him as the chaplain.
Oh,
But
fuck.
I don't think that we know that
No.
this is
No.
Carrie's
No.
body. Yeah.
No, you
No.
don't know that.
No.
This is just
They don't
for
have
the
like a
players.
wanted poster on the train.
Carrying.
Well,
Missing
the-
body.
Have you seen
Yeah,
this
there's-
body?
No,
Listen, I love reminiscing like this, but you kind of sounded a little bit, I don't know, aggressive with you don't like that we are his dominoes. Should we be worried?
I suppose it depends on your goals. I'm trying to finish up my experiments here as Darkon does not have much time left.
Anything I can help with?
No. I'm afraid not.
Between me and Olin, we're pretty interesting.
We are pretty interesting. We've
Well,
got-
our goal is.
Oh,
Right.
sorry. Was I getting distracted? I'm sorry.
No,
Well, now our goal is to save Darkon to give it more time potentially.
Mm.
I think Tobias, you mentioned we're very interesting, and Porcelain does like tilt their head a little bit and like look at you, look at Olin, and like eyes lingering on Olin a little bit, are like, you would make for an interesting experiment. Magic created and you bound to you is out there and it is very interesting. But I wonder if it is related. I'm not sure what your deal is. Tobias, was it?
Yeah, Tobias Boone.
I'm not sure.
I
what
love your
your
hair.
deal is.
What's your deal, man?
Yeah, Porcelain like walks almost like too close into your space, Tobias.
Like, what the fuck?
As they kind of like eye you, also like searching for something. Before their eyes like stop on your shadow on the ground.
Can I make the shadow wave?
Sure, we'll say the shadow like waves at him and or them. Really feel actually, sorry, I'm trying to like process how Porcelain will react to that. I think Porcelain looks curious
Because of my
and says, don't have time. Or I really would love to just cut you both open.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, but just because, you don't have time and, we're kind of on a time crunch too. Have you seen Basil and do you know where she went?
I feel like you asked me about your sister last time I saw you. I
Right, yep.
do not know her. I have not seen
Oh.
her.
But she was here.
Alas, I have been gone for some time.
Do you know?
Oh, but she was just here. She just left. The gentleman at the front door, Cloven.
Cloven.
Yeah, he told me that. Oh, you just left, and I said no, I didn't. That was my sister, and he was confused.
Porcelain walks over to you, says, hand. And specifically, I don't know if you raise the one where you have the tattoo of the hammer of death, but if you don't raise that one, then they grab like your hand that does.
Yeah, she left hand.
Cool.
Even though she is right-handed. Left hand forward.
Yeah, Porcelain
Just
grabs
because
that.
I go to the hilt of my sword when as soon as Porcelain touches Rosemary.
It's-
Just casually, not aggressive, but just like there.
Have you seen what they
But-
look like? I could snap them in, like, so easy.
Buster puts a hand on Tobias's hand, like, this is okay, we're okay, we're okay.
Is family important to you?
Oh, extremely, like, the most important thing.
Why?
Well, gosh, I mean, they're your family, they're your people. Mother always said family's the most important thing, and she really instilled that in. And some of my sisters, not all of them.
Yeah, Porcelain like takes that answer and give me a quick persuasion check.
Man,
With
I
it-
already used them. Go ahead, what are you gonna say?
You can have advantage on this one,
Okay.
just
was like,
because of
I-
like you frame something in a way that is gonna that kind of clicks for Porcelain, I think.
14. I used up my 20s for the
That's
day.
okay.
That's
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we're
yeah.
done.
That's good. That's good. Porcelain like glances over to Grip Hook, and then glances back to you and says, "I think I can relate." Reaches down and pulls out what looks to be like almost like a ritual type, like stiletto.
Like an athame?
I don't know what that is, but maybe.
It's a shit
Ooh,
fucking
long,
staff
Uh,
dagger.
rich.
I imagine it
Ritual
like
dagger.
thinner than what is coming up
Okay.
when I search these. But they look towards you.
Rosemary is totally calm.
Sure, and they say, "This may hurt. Is that all right?"
Oh, sure, that's fine.
And you are going to take.
I put
I
my
am
I put
allowing
my
this.
hand on Buster's shoulder, and I
It's
just
okay.
firmly.
I
Okay,
I
it's
walk up
okay.
behind the both of them and put my hands on both of their shoulders.
It's okay. We're okay.
Also, I feel like Rosemary's reaching up because if I remember correctly, Porcelain's fairly tall
Yeah.
and
Also, I'll say,
Rosemary's 5'5".
I'm gonna say Lucky Trail and Armand stayed outside. Lucky Trail has no interest in going this tower, and Armand is kind of echoing Lucky Trail right now.
Yeah, with Grimulkin probably, unless
I'm assuming
Olaf-
Maxie is with us then.
Yeah, Maxie, I think would have followed you. She's way too fucking curious.
Yeah.
And so she's just kind of like, I think, standing near Olin, kind of watching the scene. Yeah, you're gonna take 3 piercing damage.
Done.
Huh?
Already done.
Cool. As this is stabbed into like the palm of your hand.
Heavy armor.
I take no damage.
Sure.
I'll allow the damage to happen.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is using your armor to deflect strikes, so I feel like this does not really qualify in this moment.
But it's very funny.
It is very funny. So yeah, 3 piercing damage, and then Porcelain like takes your hand and leans down and like licks your hand, like where the blood is, and like dark magic indeed. And then you see Porcelain goes over to. I feel like I need a theme song for fucking Porcelain. I'm just gonna steal
I think
this one.
this ambience track is very like tense and very good. I want to say there was like murmuring from like another room just now,
Yeah.
and it was very scary.
It's got the fucking like knock from the back of your head. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's really good.
All right, well I'll keep it rolling then.
But no, the music also works.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
this
both
this
together
track
is-
is just
Okay.
track is very good.
Yeah, then I'll go.
Spoopy.
Oh wait, what was theirs? Oh yeah, this one.
There's a lot of tension.
Sweet.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, so Porcelain like takes a moment, goes over to a table where there's like lots of scrolls. Waves the group over to this table as they pull out and roll out with their kind of delicate hands. Roll out a map of Darkon.
I am keeping my hand cupped because I don't know if they need any more of my blood for what they're about to do, so I'm just like trying to let it drip.
You see there's like this moment where Porcelain's like quickly mixing some chemicals, pours it into their mouth, swishes it around, and then spits onto the map. And you see like splatter of blood hitting.
Perhaps this is like when people look at tea leaves to tell their fortunes.
Oh, and that's why they asked hand.
The more I learn about the magic, the more I wish magic was simpler.
Maybe this is just a new way they're doing palm reading.
You know, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Porcelain looks up and says, "Your sister is there at the foot of the mountains
Oh,
where the swamps touch."
neat. That's a
That
really
what-
cool trick you did.
Is that where the worm is too?
Porcelain shrugs. Um,
Hmm.
the bigger question is, what will you do? You know you are following in the threads that Theron has woven for you. You have to realize that by now this prophecy, death, and there, I'm sure they had some pomp or drama they went through with you as well.
I think Rosemary had a brief panic when they asked, "What are you going to do?" Like, on her face, panic, and then relief when they were like, you know, "You're all Theron's pawns," and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, they're talking about the prophecy. Cool.
Your coming has already affected the Shroud in large ways.
Oh, well, I thought we were supposed to try and fix this place, maybe push back the shroud and then go home. I'm more interested in getting my sister.
Hmm.
When we were coming up the tower, John, did it seem natural? Like, or did the tower seem like extra planarly taller? Like, did it seem strange? Like, obviously it's a magic tower, but
I will say the tower, like, you can tell this. Actually, just give me a general Arcana check.
okay.
And anybody can do this if they would like. They are.
Oh, that's not very good.
Oh no. Hold on, are we gonna
That's
be
not very good.
Natural one.
The
that
dice-
should have been an 8.
Dice tell a story.
Dice certainly do tell us.
I think you can definitely tell there is a lot of magic in this tower.
Do I need to roll my failure check?
Buster, I think you know, I've recognized enough to see that there is like something like of the magic of the Fae kind of echoes this. Like this tower would not be able to stand like on its own structure. Like there is magic keeping this hodgepodge tower, and it almost looks like this tower has been made from. You know, you can make assumptions whether it's multiplanar or not, but it definitely looks like this tower has been almost made like from several buildings like brought together to like feed the material of it.
It's a giant tower, absolutely chock full of stuff in a swamp. It's a salt swamp, but still. Yeah. That makes perfect sense.
John, do you want us to roll our critical or do our critical failure?
Oh yeah,
thing?
that's right.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Things are getting really weird
Mostly-
because you wanted to know if the tower was magical when we knew it was.
Well, it wasn't. So as like table talk, my thought was because the laboratory is so similar to the like Haslick one, I wondered if this space might be like interplanar.
So my weird thought was maybe time flows reversed in the tower. And that's why they Cloven already saw Rosemary leaving. But Porcelain didn't see Basil.
Oh, I was thinking maybe Basil didn't go up to the point where Porcelain was. Like she was down there with the other robots, and then was like,
Mhm.
okay, bye.
Bucket him out.
Yeah. Or he just got here somehow. Because
Oh,
I think they did
I
mention
saved.
that the master had just returned recently. Maybe
Y'all-
she left when he was coming.
Yeah, y'all left, or y'all freed Porcelain when they, he, um,
Shit's weird.
when you guys freed them. Yeah, I mean, Porcelain is a genderqueer being that, like, does not really have a true.
Full of gender liquid.
Yeah, exactly. What is the, like, Newtonian liquid?
I saved actually on my
Do I need
thing.
to roll? Do I need to roll a save?
That's why I was looking at your thing, because he has because he has such a big shift.
Yeah, I have to roll a charisma saving
this
throw.
is my thing technically. Technically, that's my thing, but we can add, more to it. But
I think you roll a d6 for me, and we'll have one of these shadow quirks.
Oh no, he's quirking out, dude.
Worked
He's
out,
just
One.
so
boy.
quirky.
I don't know, weapons or bears wounds that don't exist. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I think like in this moment, your shadow is like almost like tense as this stuff is going on, and you see your shadow self like pulling out like a shadow version of your sword, and having it like ready in hand, even though you don't have yours in hand.
okay. Do I need to make a save? Do you want me to make a save for anything?
No, I don't think so. I think that's enough
Okay.
effect for this moment. But Porcelain does like note like the change of your shadow shifting, taking out a weapon, arming itself, and Porcelain says, like glances at it, glances at you, and says, "Find your sister. I would focus on that quest. Leave Darkon. Let it fade into the Shroud. Let the dark powers claim it."
Well, you're just a bundle of joy, aren't you?
No.
Oh, well, thank you for finding her for me. You need any more of my blood for your dark magic? You kept saying dark magic. I'm assuming that's what you did.
No, the dark magic flows through your veins. It is like poison, like toxin. Obviously, some Dread Lord's magic is already affecting you.
She sniffs her blood like it doesn't smell sick.
Olin sneaks a glance at Buster.
Do you, Bunny Man, do you want these, by the way? They seem somewhat relevant. And you see a couple of scrolls from that like same table that Porcelain grabs up and hands over to you.
Yes, I would love those.
Uh,
You don't happen to have a magical sword around here, do you?
Are you? You're not the bunny man here.
Oh, I thought he said. I thought he said funny man.
No, to the Bunny Man.
Oh. Sorry.
We got two. Looking at Rosemary, we have two bunny men now.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice. Feel rude for not seeing it before.
Sorry, I thought he said funny.
Magical sword. Perhaps ask the Nightwing when you meet her. Or Nightworm.
Nightworm.
She's the
Oh, what?
one with trinkets. I only have things for experiments.
yes, I will take the scrolls, I suppose. Sure.
You open them up?
Sure. I'll take a look. I'll peruse.
Buster will let me all like sneak around and like put my head over.
lot of arcane transmutation magic. Give me a quick Arcana check, Buster.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Hit me with that
I love doing that.
polymorph, brother.
Can I? Yeah, can
I'm
I help
really
her?
good at that.
Oh
Oh,
nope, I don't want
no.
to help him. I don't want to help him anymore.
This
I
session started so
I
strong.
know for a fact that I have a thing. I don't remember what it is.
Hey,
Ugh, why are you even trying to
congratulations.
read that? You know you don't understand any of it. You look like a fucking idiot.
I don't know if that helps, but it technically turns into a 3
I really don't.
from my
Uh,
ability.
Congratulations, that was Buster's third nat 1.
Wow.
It only took 24 games, but I made it.
I kind of want to look at this experimentation table a little bit.
Roll. Actually, no, never mind.
I'm still holding my blood because I don't know if they need more.
Do you want to roll on this intrusive echoes table?
I did. I rolled a d6.
Oh.
That one doesn't really do much.
Primary creature you can see for 1 minute or total creature damage. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so there's like the echo of that voice, but this is the true. This is the true thing. I mean, it's got to be porcelain, right?
Yeah. For the next minute.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just sitting here looking at these scrolls, desperately trying to pretend like I know what the fuck
Oh.
these are.
There's actually like, as this like hits you, this because this is like an echoing soul thing. There's
Mhm.
actually like, you feel great, like this gratitude bubbling up for porcelain. There's also this eerie sense of deja vu, as if you've looked at these scrolls before, or if not you, then this body.
What? That's me, Steven, being confused. The body of Buster has seen these scrolls or magic like this before.
I mean, it's a feeling of deja vu, of like you've seen these before.
All
Or
right.
your body has, yeah. Like standing here in this tower.
Can I try to take a look at him?
Yeah.
Buster, do you mind if I do a look?
Yeah, yes. Please help yourself.
Doing an Arcana check.
Go for it.
Oh, my Arcana's not great. 9.
You guys have people that are good at Arcana, don't you?
I don't know what to do.
I think.
Two of them.
I think Olin is sort of good.
I
at
have a
Arcana.
+4.
Oh, I think.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
Y'all are good at Arcana. The two magic people are not good at Arcana.
It's a different kind of magic, baby.
Yeah, I just kind of know my stuff.
If Porcelain isn't needing any more of Rosemary's blood, she's just gonna start wrapping her hand up.
Yeah, porcelain does not seem interested currently.
Let me help you with that.
Oh, it's okay. I got it.
Pause.
You've got your own thing.
I'm the healer, though.
It's just a little cut. I'm fine. Don't you worry about it. Be right as rain in just a few minutes.
Yeah.
Can I roll insight on Rosemary?
Right?
What are you
What are you trying to
inciting?
figure out?
I don't know.
Buster's too defeated to do it.
I'm gonna roll first.
Oh,
Even though I have a +9.
13. It's not very good.
what are you trying to vibe check right now?
Hey, dude, what the fuck?
Being weird, bro.
Yeah, just
Hey,
like
bro.
being unnecessarily standoffish with our good bunny boyfriend.
Boyfriend.
But,
Hato bunny boyfriend.
Hato bunny boyfriend.
Um,
It's our mutual
I- what do I-
boyfriend.
what do I even roll against that?
I mean, deception is maybe if you're trying to like hide some of the
Persuasion or
vibes, right?
deception.
Normal or persuasion, yeah. charisma check?
Or just roll it plus the mod and don't tell us which.
Or just GM, because that's funnier.
That's
Or
fine.
that.
I mean, Rosemary, what are the vibes?
I mean, yeah, she is very obviously avoiding Buster. But she also seems to be telling the truth that her hands can be fine in just a few minutes. But yeah, she's avoiding him. It's been obvious like the whole trip through
Yeah.
the swamp.
I don't think
Like-
Olin says anything. I think just Olin just clocks it.
I will say how shitty I rolled. Since the call from you realize she's been avoiding him.
It's the call from Mother.
Mhm.
It cut out there for a second.
Oh, sorry. I don't
It's
know.
okay.
What the hell?
Did you turn your sensitivity up?
I don't think so. I don't. So my computer reset. All of my stuff was completely fucked.
Oh, weird.
So
New settings.
Yeah.
Porcelain kind of like. Can I get some insight checks? Actually.
Absolutely.
From all of us?
Anybody who's paying attention to Porcelain, really.
Oh,
I mean, I'm enamored by them.
I have a +5.
Come on, y'all.
3.
What is
Wow.
happening, guys?
19.
Okay.
Olin's saving us.
That's a better roll.
Olin. You notice, like, people are kind of wrapping up. Tobias is, like, looking at these, like, scrolls over Buster's shoulder. Or, like, taken from Buster while, Rosemary's kind
short.
of being weird, wrapping her thing. Olin, you notice that, like, not only does Porcelain's eyes, like, kind of linger on you more than the rest of the group, but there's a moment where Porcelain's eyes fall on you and you just see pure fear. Just a flash, but you recognize that
The
look.
thunder.
Yeah. The timing was insane.
I think Olin, where's Porcelain at?
I mean, they're like standing across the table from Tobias and Buster.
I think Olin walks over to one of the like workbenches and sort of like maybe picks up a tool and kind of like does like like the pen trick type thing, kind of just messes around with it and looks at Porcelain and says, we're all friends here. And while I appreciate you trying to keep who or whatever you are under wraps, and we all have secrets here, it might benefit you to be a bit more forthcoming if you don't want us to do whatever it is Theron wants us to do.
Have you ever been in love?
Perhaps in a past life.
Yes. Perhaps closer to what I feel. It's different for immortal beings. It is not the fickle love of mortals. Similar. Yeah, he did ask a similar question, yeah, but much different energy. I fear that in my travels, I have fallen in love for one such immortal being. It is for them I fear. Who or what I am matters little or not. I am but a traveler, a being, a mistwalker. Been to many planes, many places. I just exist to experiment, figure out the world, see how things work. I matter little in the grand scale of things, but Theron's plans, Azaelin's work, his magic, is still actively going. Still actively working the souls that march across at night. Where do you think they're going? To power that golden light in the sky. Feeding whatever it is Azaelin started so many years ago. Whatever tricks, or however smart that Theron thinks he is. Fear he does not know what he is sending. Fear he does not know what he has actually created and laid in the path to supposedly save Darkon.
Perhaps it is our destiny then to suture close that gaping wound in the sky.
Yes, I suppose it must be. You should leave the tower. I will be leaving soon. This will be the last time we meet.
Well, I hope that what you fear for does not come true. I hope you are granted peace and repose. Owen puts down the little tool and heads over to Rosemary. Check on her hand.
Have 10 minutes passed since I was stabbed?
Yeah, sure.
It's fine.
Oh, you're right. I forget you have
I
that.
forget I have it too.
That's really funny.
Beautiful. So Porcelain kind of like looks thoughtful at Owen's words, but they eventually just fall into they move back to the body they were working at and begin kind of, for lack of a better word, tinkering over it, kind of ignoring you. Grip Hook walks towards the door, kind of opening it back up for you to exit.
Sweet.
But you broke up there.
Oh my god, I'm so... I guess we leave.
Cool.
Actually, I want to ask him if he has one last thing. But I feel like it's awkward now with me being charmed by him. And
Maybe that's why you feel like you can ask.
yeah, let's ride that. We will leave this place because you've asked, but because you have such a beautiful space of tinkering and things for experimentation, do you have by chance a ball of some sort, maybe made of crystal or some sort of silver mirror or very nice bowl that I can look into for magic?
Maybe a little persuasion check.
Sure. Come on, baby. Come on.
Wow.
You have inspiration. I'm just gonna throw that out there. It is almost 10 p.m. You have inspiration.
I do.
Holy shit.
I do. Roll another nat one, please. Oh, you see it? You see it? That was so close to
It
a
is
right
twin.
there.
hovering.
Yeah. Oh no, dude.
Wow.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Porcelain, like, stops working for a moment. The night worm deals in trinkets. I deal in experiences. Unless you wish to experience a great realm of new ones that perhaps are not pleasant, I would recommend leaving. I tire of you.
Okay.
Can I tell the DM to roll an intimidation check?
No, that works immediately. Not 20. We're good. Buster's tail is literally between his legs.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna go because why not?
Thank you.
You guys head out. Actually, nope, not that one.
On the way down, if there's nobody watching those materials, I'm gonna try to snatch them. But if like they're clearly very well like in front of them, I'm not.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand check. I'm going to tell you
Oh.
now. Your minimum you got to get here is a 15 to be able to like sneak something out. But depending on how high you get, you might get more or higher quality materials.
Cool. 15.
Cool.
Should I roll again with my
Inspiration?
yeah.
Could get better.
Could get
Get
worse.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
15's pretty
Yeah,
good.
let's do it. Let's
Oh.
do it. I want to be a little bit of
He's got a wacky mode on it.
9.
Wow.
Not as good.
That's rough.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel bad doing it, so I probably will let it slide this time. But just a reminder that if you roll inspiration or use the inspiration after you've rolled, you take the new dice roll.
Right. Yeah. I took out
Yeah.
a 9, right?
Yeah. Instead of the 15, which would have been a success.
Yeah. I failed.
Cool. All right. Just want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I thought about it because I was like, I should have just given myself advantage
Yeah.
as opposed to the reroll, but
Yeah. All right.
I
So
do.
yeah,
I do have
you-
an extra inspiration, but I'm not gonna use it.
Oh, from meeting like one of your short-term goals or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, yeah, they seem to be, especially Grip Hook, seems to just be watching you pretty closely as you get down, and you don't really catch a good moment to nab any materials here.
Okay.
As you let out the door,
I got greedy. Yeah, that's creepy. I keep hearing thunder and I keep looking out my window.
I know.
Yeah, the thunder and the
I'm-
people murmuring.
Fully in the basement, and I hear the thunder, and I'm. Why didn't you get Jason downstairs?
Yeah.
yeah,
There it is.
Good track.
starting to
Really good.
rain as you guys are in here. Yeah, you step out of the tower. Now, rain pouring down. So wet ground, wet air, water pouring down on you. Cloven's already like pulled over under to like a little words are
Awning?
hard. Yes, a little awning where he's kind of like got this little leather cloak pulled over both of his heads. And you hear like soft snoring coming from the head as you exit. What do you guys want to do?
Do we know how to get to the mountain from here?
You can see
I'm
the
sure Lucky
mountain.
Trail does.
Oh,
South.
Let's just head straight there. That was a very weird experience.
Do we not want to perhaps rest for the night?
Yeah, it is nighttime.
Oh, let's.
I can set up the little hut.
Yeah. That
Oh,
or
yeah,
if we
that'll
can
keep
stay at
us
the bottom
dry,
of the
right?
tower.
Mm-hmm.
How many people can fit inside of the little hut?
I mean, it's a 10-foot radius, I think.
It does
It's
have
like up to
a
8
limit.
people.
The 20-foot dome.
Nine
Nine
creatures.
creatures. Yeah.
When you do
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we have 8 right now. We're good. Including Grimalkin.
Including
I was gonna
Grimalkin.
say.
Malkin's like a familiar.
He's a little guy.
Yeah.
You can do a tiny hut.
I will ritually cast a ways away from the tower because we were told to leave, so we were leaving the premises. I will ritually cast the hut and put it up.
Sweet. So you spend some time setting that up. You guys kind of all pile in, getting away from the rain. Fireplace crackling. Is it fireplace? I feel like there was
Yeah.
one.
It's like a pit.
Kind of warming everybody up as everybody dries off. Any scenes or conversations you guys want to have with you before you head into a long rest?
Hey,
Well,
Rose,
technically a short
it's
rest.
Short rest, yeah.
Out short rest.
Oh
We can-
yeah. I was like,
the
what?
brutal rules are brutal.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Hey.
Does that still concern things like weapons and enchanted items respawning at dawn, or like being able to change spells?
No, if it does it at dawn, you're good to go.
Okay.
For spells and stuff, yeah, to get your spell slots back, you gotta take a long rest.
Well, to get the spell slots back, but with the cleric, I can change my spells every morning.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Well, actually, no. It might be at a long rest. Hold on, let me check the wording on it.
I
Yes,
get
but-
my earring charges back.
I
don't think I'd spent anything.
I didn't either. I go and talk to Rosemary.
Yeah, you guys.
I
Have,
was also going to talk to Rosemary, but I'll.
It is when you change when you finish a long rest, so I can't change spells within a short rest. But seeing as how the layman's tiny hut is something that I can make look however I want, it doesn't have the same level of warmth. The fire never gets to the same heat. It's a little drearier. It's like no one's been in this hut or this like hobbit apartment for like a little while. Like it's been abandoned for a little while, but there's people living here now again. It's a little drearier. It's a little drabber. Buster makes the soup and he kind of just heads off to bed quietly. Doesn't say anything to anyone.
Poor Buster, I feel bad.
He's in his feelings.
Rosemary.
Yeah?
You've been acting strange since well, I don't know exactly. It's been a little bit, but it seems like perhaps someone, I don't know, you're acting strange around Buster, and I don't know. Did something happen with a sister or with your mother?
I'm fine and everything's fine.
Well, I know that's not true.
It's true if you say it enough.
I think that's just gaslighting yourself, Rosemary. All I'm saying is I'm concerned for you, and I want to make sure that you're okay. But I also know that this is taking a toll on Buster as well. And You said that the thing that's most important to you is family, and, well, this is the only family I know.
This isn't fair. I
Hey,
am
he's saying it, not
emotional
me.
today. I am emotional today. This is not fair.
Oh.
I think the fake plastered smile sort of cracks and drops. Well, I appreciate that you consider me your family. But Mother said that my family is her and my sisters, and she said not to trust. Before I left, she said trust any fae. And I start listening to Buster, and then suddenly Mother's telling me she's disappointed in me. I'm not listening to her as much. I'm not calling her like I am supposed to. I'm being a bad daughter. Just kind of sits on for a while. I just feel like ever since Pepper died, I feel like I've had a lot going through my head, and I've been trying not to focus too much, but I think I'm trying to listen to Mother a little more right now.
Well, I just don't want you to feel like you aren't a part of this anymore, just because your mother wants you to respect her more or do more for her. If you ask me, you must be the best daughter she has, because if none of the other sisters are talking to your mother or trying to help her, then at least you're trying.
Right, but that means I have to just do that much more. I have that much more expected. I have to be the perfect daughter.
Well, does your mother expect that of you, or do you
Yes.
expect that of yourself?
Yes to both.
But do you know the difference?
What? They're the same thing. You're not making sense.
I would like it if you would at least try to be friendly with Buster. There's nothing that says you can't be friends with Buster and still listen to your mother.
But he's Fae. Mother says I can't trust Fae.
Well, do you trust all of your friends?
What? Yeah.
And if you trust your friends and you trusted Buster before,
Right, but then I got in trouble.
why did you get in trouble?
Because I didn't send Pepper to Mother, and because I questioned her. I didn't do what she told me to do. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I have to listen to her now.
Maybe we can learn more about your mother from Basil when we meet her. Hear some stories and see what she has to say too. Might help to put things in perspective for the rest of us.
Well, yeah, maybe she's got something to say.
Owen, pats her head, says, "Take care of yourself. We only have one Rosemary."
She just staring into the very dim fire.
I think Owen gets up and just goes and sits next to where Buster's sleeping.
Yeah. I think there's this moment where Maxie is sitting not part of this conversation, but sitting across watching the conversation. She eyes you, Rosemary, kind of curiously before she also gets up and follows follows Olin. Yeah. Any other scenes? Tobias, did you mention wanting to talk to Rosemary?
Yeah, I'll go up to Rosemary.
Why am I so
After
popular?
Olin,
Rosemary just sitting there like a line of people kind
after
of.
Olin gets up.
I just want to. I don't think Buster said anything to Rosemary about, hey, don't send your sister to Mother.
No,
I
but
don't think he did.
It's victim
didn't.
blaming.
For something he didn't even do.
I think I was the one who said that.
I can explain it better. Oh, out of character, I can explain it better.
Interesting. I trust you. I'm interested to see where this goes, but seeing it play out is fascinating.
Do you not want to explain it out of character right now?
Live on the internet.
For the
Live
audience?
for all the internet.
I mean, I'm okay to not know if you want to keep it a secret, but if you want to explain, then by all means.
Because Buster kept encouraging her, she sort of started getting a bit of her own autonomy. And when it came to time to send Pepper back, that's when she said what she was referring to when she said she questioned Mother when she did the insight check and realized Mother was lying to her about being able to save.
So I'm being punished for being a good friend.
You know,
Just gotta work those
Wow.
seeds. You gotta plant those seeds.
it's
Therapy
weird being in a
rabbit.
cult.
Yeah, no, I fully get it. That's fast. That's so fucking cool. I love this goddamn game.
You gotta lead a cult member into convincing themselves, right? You can't.
Yeah, you
just tell
can't.
them.
You can bring a cold water to water, but you can't make them drink until.
You can bring them to the Kool-Aid, but you can't make them drink.
That's true.
Yeah. All right.
Chain one. Sorry, so Tobias is now over here? I am just the belle of the ball this evening.
Yee.
Yeah, Tobias comes up, sits down next to you. Are you just chilling in, on the edge of the dome, inside?
Yeah.
Okay. I come up in a low tone, just soft voice, not necessarily trying to hide it, but just not projecting. I just
Really
ask,
quiet for anybody.
"Am I really quiet?"
No.
Maybe just turn me up on Discord.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah,
I think I
I'm
have
turning-
everybody at 200%.
Please.
Hey, Rosemary. Can you do me a favor?
Oh, sure. Sure. What's up? What do you need?
Could you teach me how to crochet? I feel like I keep getting that wrong, and and I don't really want to, so I just, trying to, be friends with my friends.
The biggest, most genuine smile comes across her face in this moment, and she pulls out the brand new fancy yarn that she just got uh, from Beatrice. I wrote her name down, and pulls out a larger crochet hook and is going to sit you across from her, crisscross applesauce, and she's going to start teaching Tobias how to, okay, so here's how you start a chain. You want to get a good loop, and then don't try and make your chain too tight because you got to keep working in it as you go. So that's why I gave you a bigger hook, so that way it's easier to get the hook in there, and we can get smaller as we learn. But right now we're just going to work
Yeah,
on
yeah,
chain.
yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, I get it. You're the whole beginner thing. So, whatever it takes. Just trying to be, relatable a little bit more. So, why did you get into crocheting?
Oh, huh. It's weird. I don't know why I was curious about it, but I was, and Mother said, well, because I said I wanted to learn to knit, because I was really bad at it, because I was curious about it, but then Mother said, oh, you don't need to do that. I'll teach you, and she taught me how to crochet instead.
So your mother was the one who taught you, huh?
Oh, yeah.
So is that like one of your fondest memories of her?
Yeah, I think that is one of my fondest memories. It's one of my earliest memories with her, too.
Yeah. One of my favorite memories with my mom is that one time I was actually outside playing, and we had this little circle, and it was this like magical contraption, or at least it felt like it, and we would jump on it, and it would just every time we would jump on it, we would just go a little bit higher and a little bit higher. And one day, I jumped so high, I actually kind of fell and hit my head and I fell off the ground that it was at. And that's one of my favorite memories with her, just because she helped me and she saved me, and it felt really nice. And I haven't had that in a while, but yeah. There was also the bad memory with my mother, and she, she left me and my sisters when we were younger, and we never really saw past that. So I just kind of did what I had to do, and my dad was around, but he didn't really do much. And yeah, I just wondered if you ever had any bad memories with your mom.
This is
She
fucking
goes.
insidious.
She's thinking as she's, just unlike me, she doesn't have to. I'm so bad right now.
Yeah,
Uh,
and I've got like us crocheting, so I'm like hoping like your guard is let down a little bit. This is my purpose in this.
so you're doing the wrong motions.
Brilliant.
It's
Oh, I'm sorry.
and scoop and
Scoop and through.
dab and scoop and
Uh-huh.
scoop.
Great. I'm gonna roll a dexterity check.
Hey.
I don't think I'm getting it very well. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's your first time. You're doing just fine.
Well, you're a great teacher. It's not me. It's not you. It's me. So.
John, if Rosemary sits there quietly and thinks for a while, does any bad memories concerning Mother ping?
I mean,
Maybe not even Rosemary memories is what I'm kind of getting at.
give me a wisdom saving throw.
Is it bad? I'm hoping to fail.
Wild dogs.
Oh man.
I was really hoping to get a nat one.
You have No, because you have to save to
Oh.
remember something.
Oh.
Oh.
Uh,
20s, where are you?
you, of course, would have no bad memories with Mother. Mother's never done anything wrong. I mean,
Oh.
she lied to you, but did she?
You know,
I
that
mean, you
was
don't.
probably, and that was probably for my own good because she just didn't want to hurt me and she was probably just going to break it to me easy when I got home, is
Oh.
what it was.
When she lied to you?
Uh, well, I I didn't realize I was talking out loud. That's a bad habit of mine. When Pepper died, I was really upset.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, and I have to go back and get her body to send it back to Mother. But I asked Mother if she could fix her to save her. And Mother said she could. And she lied.
Well,
But, that was probably just to save my feelings, because she's a really good mother. I have no bad memories with.
yeah, of course. Sometimes this part
Oh,
of
I
growing
missed.
up is just real life. Oh, hell, let me help you with that. Hold on.
Yeah. No, I
Oh,
I
we got to go back a
I
couple of them.
miscounted.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, perfect. Sometimes just the
Shit, I
sad
dropped.
part of growing up is realizing that parents aren't perfect.
Except this is.
While you were teaching me how to crochet in D&D, you messed up your crochet.
I
I
don't want
imagine
to
this
talk
is all.
about it.
I imagine this is all in character. Like
Yeah.
Rosemary's like realized she's like
Yes.
trying not to really think about this question. She's like, "Oh, I messed up my thing."
Oh no, I messed
100%.
up. I have to undo so much.
Anyway,
Non-diegetic crafts.
and not only is that part of growing up is the chance to be better than our parents.
Better than her? Ha! Good. She throws festivals every month.
Rosemary, I don't think you need luck.
Your chains are really irregular. Okay, we gotta fix how you're holding the hook.
All right, okay. And we just do this for us tonight.
Beautiful.
It's like trying to box a river, dude. You can't catch it. You can't catch it. There's a new you're fucking slime. You can't catch nothing.
Oh my god.
God, it's incredible and infuriating all at the same time, and I love it. Never change.
That was the
Goddamn.
best sideways approach I could come up with.
I'm astounded at both of you. You're very different approaches at doing the same thing. Incredible.
Dang
I
it.
love this game.
Dang it. All right, cool. I am
Hey,
learning to crochet
realize-
with Rosemary. Not being very good at it, but
Learn.
Realize therapy is not a one session, and I had a massive breakthrough thing.
Yeah,
It
you
is
just
gonna
had
take time.
2 sessions.
I
dude.
know that. I know that.
Oh, I'm telling the other people.
Hey,
Oh yeah. How many? You're also relapsing because Buster
I
put a
am.
lot of.
She is relapsing so hard.
Yeah.
Well, you know what they say: realize.
Realize. Yeah.
Yeah. So
mm,
think
Deep.
on that. Why don't you?
Beautiful.
dang it.
Party heads to bed. Rest for the night.
And we keep playing.
Are we gonna keep going?
You wake up the next morning as the spell of the hut begins to fade. And you travel south.
The joy in Will's face.
I'm not going to contact Basil because she said to stop because Mother might be listening. Also, I feel like I should contact her.
Well, actually, that morning, you get a little message from Mother.
Oh no, the panic attack is starting.
Get a nice phone call from your mom. First thing in the morning.
Rosemary, you said you were gonna bring me Peppa's body.
Wait a minute. I told her that would take time and I would be getting Basil first. I know for a fact I did that.
Retell her.
I still haven't seen Basil. How are you doing? Tell
Oh my
Mother
God.
how it is.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Mother. I love hearing your voice. So I was actually just about to call you. This is wild. I'm actually just about to head off to where Basil is right now. I found her. So don't worry. We'll have her in no time, and then I'll go back and I'll get Pepper for you. Don't you worry.
That's great to hear, dearie. You're such a good girl. You're gonna get Basil today, probably?
Oh, yeah, probably today.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I'll just look out for her, and I'll make sure there's a nice welcome party for when she comes back.
Okay, Mother, thanks so much for calling. I really missed ya.
Of course, dearie. Mother misses you, too.
Rosemary is feeling really good about herself right now. Mother called her a good girl. Mother misses her.
Gosh, Will hates Mother.
Yeah.
You guys
travel
we-
south?
Do we hear Rosemary talking to Mother? Obviously, we can't hear Mother because that's like part of one way. But do we hear what Rosemary is saying? Is it telepathic? Does she whisper? Does she say
it's
it?
essentially the message cantrip, but across.
You have to say it out loud, right?
Right. You have to
You-
say that
yeah.
one out loud.
Yeah. So probably.
But you weren't whispering.
No.
No.
I'll get her later today.
Don't say the party can hear them.
Yeah.
Huh.
We really should get one of those things to talk to each other.
As you're
Yeah.
traveling south, it's pretty quiet. The rain has stopped, actually. And it is quiet again, though the water is deeper than it has been with the recent pass of rain. And your travel is relatively dull and boring, with very little happening until from one moment to the next, you find yourselves one moment standing blank swamp, empty. The next moment, find yourself standing on a battlefield. Same swamp, but this time several figures all around you. Maybe about 24 total. Locked in quiet, slow combat. Almost like a incredibly slow motion movie happening like all around you. And you hear a single voice. Well, you stepped in it this time. Then we'll fade to black.
No.
Dang it.
Get out of here, Granny.
Stepped in it this time.
Granny, we're busy.
Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us. Come back next week when we will find out who is this mysterious figure. What is this weird battlefield? Will we finally get to see Basil and this fucking dragon we've been talking about for sessions?
No.
Well, we'll find out.
No.
What did we step in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Night,
Bye,
everyone.
everybody.
Goodbye. Call your moms.
Call your
Call
moms.
mom first thing in the morning.
Unless she's a cult leader.
Promise to bring your sisters to her.
Or their dead
that.
bodies.
And drink your Ovaltine. Good night, everybody.